Okay, first of all, I would like to say thank you very much for the presentations of this book, Lawful and Prohibited in Islam. And this book is originally in Arabic, mentioned here, Al-Halal wal-Haram fi al-Islam by Al-Marhum Professor Dr. Yusuf Al-Qaradawi. So this is the translation one. As we know that this book has been translated into several languages, including also what we call the English one, which I have now. Next, please. And this is a little bit of background about the author. So, in fact, this book has been written before maybe all of you were born, including also me. The book was prepared and published in 1960s. So I was born in 1967. I'm sure that you were born after that. So therefore, the discussion of this book must be what we call suitable what happens during his time or before. Not suitable for you because you are living in the time of digital technology with modern food and so on. And then in my knowledge, Professor Dr. Yusuf Al-Qaradawi, the one who wrote a PhD thesis with the title about Fiqh al-Zakat, very simple topic, but I think more than 2 volumes, or more than 2 volumes, many volumes, and the comprehensive discussion about zakat. And then he's not only what we call the ulama or academic scholars, at the same time also socialists. So social, I mean the one who deal with the society. And then I found that he sacrificed a lot during his life about Islam, try to bring Islam in moderate way, because not extreme one. Since I think he already passed away last year, for these reasons, let me recite Surah Al-Fatiha together, and then we hadiah, what we call a pahala of our recitation to him for his sacrifications to the Ummah. Al-Fatiha. Okay, Amin, Amin, Ya Rabbal Alamin. This is the summary about his what we call stance related to Islam. For your knowledge, he was born in Egypt, and then he also involved in Ikhwan al-Muslimin movement, and finally he, I think, escaped to reside in Qatar. And finally, he became also the founder of Islamic Studies in Qatar University. And no doubt, he has connections with worldwide Muslim scholars, not only in Arab countries as well as in Southeast Asia, Europe, America, and so on. Very well-known scholars. And as the one who graduated PhD from Al-Azhar University, sometimes also not so easy to become to face the challenge what has been faced by the Muslim in today's life, with domination of Western hegemony, with what we call globalization and so on, and how to interpret this and so on. And then we found that he wrote several books in all aspects. And then I also read several of his writing, and then I'm proud with his contribution about that, including also, this is very simple one, but at the time, this is special request from many Muslim scholars from him to write about this book. And at the very beginning, he hesitated to write this book, because to say lawful and the prohibited, we understand that this is the right of Allah Subhanahu wa Taala alone. But however, to explain in moderate way and with the evidence from the Quran and Sunnah, and then with the aim to serve And then to interpret Islam better and better in modern life, he also accept the challenge, and finally he complete his what we call writing with the title Al Halal wal Haram fi Al Islam. So as I mentioned to you, if the issue happened today, not included in this book, you have to understand that this book has been prepared in the 1960s, long time ago, I think more than 50 years, right? So as I mentioned to you, his approach is very simple: moderation, wasatiyah, and practicality. So I think he's the one who established the wasatiyah approach and also institutions, especially after September 11th. Right. Next. And then you know what we call why he wrote this book. There are several problems in order to understand Islam. Yes, we have the primary books related to halal and haram, but sometimes very difficult, sometimes what we call, sometimes also what we call in according to mazhab Shafi'i, Maliki, Hanbali, and so on, by which how to harmony all these mazhab opinion into one book. That's why maybe sometimes the Muslim have the confusion related to the status of certain product in according to Islamic law. So therefore, the author tried to clarify about that. Of this, sometimes you want to know about the certain lawful or unlawful. You have confused about this and that. So therefore, no doubt, among the problem, among the issue, why this book has been written in order to settle with the problem of the confusions among the Muslim, including also what we call in today's life modern challenge. Even though what we call Yusuf Al-Qaradawi was born before ICT, informations, communication and technology, and then he also what we call little bit connect with the modernity, and then he understand little bit about the modernity and the difficulties to what we call interpret Islam in according to what has been what we call raised issue by the modern people from the West. And as I mentioned to you, he graduated from University of Al-Azhar, and then there are many Muslims who graduate from the Western University, and sometimes they want to know the status, this and that. Therefore, modern challenge becomes a big problem also to interpret Islam accordingly, especially in the time that with the globalization, with the technology, and with many things that been raised during that time. And then there is also maybe the tensions in the Islamic countries, especially after September 11th. In terms of politics, also maybe this country among the Arab countries with the issue of Palestine, with the issue of Israel attack here and there, the attention, and then how to solve this kind of a problem, especially related to halal and haram. Professor Dr. Yusuf Al-Qaradawi successfully prepared in simple understanding. Therefore, you will find that the topic here, very classical topic, but not too classic, right? Maybe we can find in the discussion later. So you see here in result and discussion here, this is maybe the summary, what has been discussed from this book. Sometimes, number one, foundation of halal and haram. This is a little bit related to know about the criteria, the methodology in order to know halal and haram. This is something related to usul al-fiqh, of course, right? Something that we have to use, for example, rule of necessity in modern life. The criteria, of course, we have no doubt we have to refer to this evidence, and then we have uh, uh, to establish the principle of halal and haram in Islam. For example, especially something that related to darurah. And when we live in certain countries, sometimes we cannot find halal food. So how to settle with this kind of thing? In another word, maybe what we call, if you go to this book, among the first two chapters here, the first chapter, sorry, The first chapter is the Islamic principle pertaining to halal and haram. So he provide to you 11 principle. 11 principle. This is very important in order to determine the status of the product. With the principle, for example, you want to say that one is halal, that one is haram, make sure that your judgment is based on this principle. From number one, if he said that the basic or al-aslu fi al-asya or the permissibility of the thing. This is principle number one. Number two, to make lawful and to prohibit it is the right of Allah SWT alone. The author is not the authorized person to say halal and haram, but we have to understand this is the right of Allah SWT alone for us only to understand, to interpret or elaborate about the status of the product. Prohibiting the halal and permitting the haram is similar to committing shirk. And then so we have number 4, now until number 11 here. Number 11, necessity dictate exception. So therefore, this is good for us before we issue any status of the product, whether it's halal or haram or shubhat. We have to make sure that this foundation is crucial for us, right? And then so no doubt, this is maybe very important related to usul al-fiqh before we issue any verdict. And the second chapter here, no doubt, related to contemporary questions, sometimes related to food, sometimes related to drink. Of course, in our life today, we have so complicated what we call food and drink, maybe fast food here and there, maybe with the additive here and there. And then you know that the modern food today, we have several kinds of food and with the contamination here and there. But the basic idea that related to halal and haram has been tabled by Professor Dr. Yusuf Al-Qaradawi. And the next one, the next chapter related to clothing and adornment. So because you see in the modern or Western countries, the attitude and lifestyle of clothing and adornment sometimes influence the Muslim countries. So for this reason, Professor Dr. Yusuf Qaradawi try to clarify what can you do, what thing that you cannot follow, something like that. So and then family, gender and relations. So now also we understand very complicated life. Now actually we have two genders or only, right, male and female. But nowadays with another genders, right, this is another challenge with this kind of the thing. So I'm sure that Professor Dr. Yusuf Qaradawi aware about this kind of problem. That is why he tried to tackle about this issue in the discussion of this book. Next one, related to business and finance, right? So many kinds of business today, and then especially something, this is very guideline to you, something prohibited if something related to riba, gambling, fraud, and so on. And this is the condition that we have to fulfill in order to find the status of business and financial transactions. Normally, because he's the one who wrote the book about Kitabu Az-Zakah as a PhD thesis, maybe he also know many things related to Islamic transactions, including also the basics of fair trading, contract, ethical, partnership, and so on. This is among the criteria that we have to fulfill. The most important one, to emphasize about the justice in the business as well as financial interactions. And no doubt entertainment and social life today. Maybe in the time of 1960, the entertainment and social life not exactly what we have today. Right? Today, everything available through social media, right? Especially, for example, YouTube, Facebook, and so on. At the time of Yusuf Qaradawi, maybe Facebook and YouTube are not really popular as today, but he give, for example, the guideline for us to say something which is permissible and something which is prohibited that related to entertainment and social life. Okay, next one. So this is about our